Hello.
Ryan, my old
Graeme!
friend. God, I used to work with you so long ago.
Wait. Who are you?
I remember you.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's your,
yeah.
wait, is it John? John? I think it's
No,
John, right?
Graham, we used to work at the same
Oh,
company. You don't
Graham.
remember me?
That's right. That's
Jesus,
right.
man, it's
It's
been
been a
like
while.
2
It's been a while.
weeks.
Well, I been
You
doing some
lazy kids
things.
that have no jobs.
Been doing some things. You know
Yeah,
what? I highly recommend not having a job. I really do. I
I
can't
bet you do.
recommend it enough
I
because
bet.
not having a job, it enables you to do a lot of things that
It
you've been
does.
putting off.
Stuff and things, mind
Stuff
you.
and things. And for me, what I was really thinking about, Graham, and this is, I'm sure, no surprise to you, but I think I figured out what I want to do after 25 years of being in the tech biz.
Oh,
Any
if you say
guesses?
crypto, I'm
It's
gonna
not
fucking
crypto.
punch you. Okay.
Everybody on Facebook, when I was like being coy about this, was like, as long as it's not crypto.
Uh, what do I think you want to do? You could be a nerd culture influencer. You could be wait a minute, I'll get there. Maybe you just want to be a humble fisherman.
Oh,
Maybe you're
close,
going to run for office.
close.
Ooh. Or maybe you just want to go to amusement parks.
Maybe, maybe. You know what? I'm gonna leave you in suspense because
Okay.
I got to restart Chrome in order to show you and reveal the answer to the question.
Wait, are you going to leave me alone?
I got to leave you alone because you know what? I'm gonna let
All
you talk.
right, let's get started,
I'm
baby.
gonna let you talk to somebody. I'm gonna let you talk to somebody. Hang on. I'm gonna bring on our special
Oh,
guest of the day.
oh, look at that! It's another Boyles.
It's another Boyles. I'm gonna leave you
Hello.
with this Boyles because I'm using a new machine.
All right,
Because
so you go
you know,
restart your machine. We're going to talk about what's on his T-shirt there. While you go do whatever you got to do,
yeah,
we're going to do our thing. So, Ian, I understand you are Ryan's son. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Wow, it's weird because you're actually good looking and your dad isn't. But anyway, I understand you've seen The Northman, which was great. Did you
Yes.
like it? I really liked it. I
Yeah, it
thought it
was
was great.
in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
had a lot
know,
of
had a lot of what?
cool elements, cool scenes. Like the ritual scenes were very interesting. And then there still was like maybe some humor. They're burping and farting and that like
They
little
were. They were
tribal
burping and farting a lot.
rooms or something in a cave. And then
I,
the action was crazy.
the action was great. I can reenact a little bit of it here. So there was a little bit of this. There was a little bit of that. There was a little bit of stabbing, which is all really good stuff. Um, but anyway, oh god damn it! I hit myself with the sword. Uh,
Oh.
and it was just artsy enough without it being like just Hollywood bullshit, right? I mean, like you really kind of like
Yeah.
you were really able to get into it. The scenery was gorgeous. The uh, Willem Dafoe was crazy. Like, what's her name? The singer. Oh my god, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Begins with a B. Anyway, she was in it too. I really liked it, and I want to recommend. By the way, I told your dad to send you this book. You should read this book. It's all about combat techniques that
Gotcha.
were used by the Vikings. And what's really cool is when he catches the spear and he turns around and throws it back at the
Yeah, he
guy
catches.
after yeah,
Yeah.
that's a real move. That's not Hollywood like glamour. That's a real
Yeah.
thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's technique
Yeah.
right there. I thought it was
Oh
interesting too. I mean, you never would have guessed his mom. I mean, no
no,
spoilers, but
no. Yeah, that I don't know, man. I really liked it right up to the end. I really Ryan, what's the name of the like Norwegian singer begins with a B that was in the Northman?
Bjork.
Bjork. Good God.
yeah.
I haven't even seen the movie and I know the answer to that. Come on.
that.
But that's because you're the smartest.
Bjork's been controversial, so
the
I'm
co-hosts here.
not surprised that Bjork's in it. So that makes me want to see it more. Like I'm a Bjork fan.
Yeah.
I haven't
So
seen
Ian,
the movie
have
yet.
you been making fun of your dad for being unemployed for a couple of weeks now and bumming around the beaches and going to?
Yeah, haven't been doing much. I mean, I've been dashing a little bit, so I guess I've been working more.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
that's-
He's gainfully employed. He's out serving the people.
There you go. That's awesome. I mean, honestly, I'm very proud of your dad. It's a huge move for him after 25 years to leave his previous employer, which is still my current employer. I am very supportive of his life choices, and I'm really excited to see what he accomplishes in his next journey. So, Ryan, will be paying attention. And
I have
yeah.
I have a reveal for you.
Ooh.
So this is what I wanted my next move to be. Okay, now I want.
Oh.
I've been
really?
talking. I went to up in Virginia for the weekend with a buddy of mine, and we went out. And I decided I should just buy an island. Don't you think? I mean, don't you think?
What do you think, Ian?
Is that a good move? Or I don't know. Pros and cons of buying an island.
But like, are you gonna just buy the island and then live on it like Tom Hanks?
That's a good
Castaway
question.
style, or are we talking about like setting up a startup on the island? Are you
Well,
just
there's a
gonna
lot
work
of like
what are you
since
gonna
I
do there?
treated this as sort of an AMA format. I got some good questions. So some folks want me to recreate like a Avid Brothers commune of some sort.
Of course they do.
That sounds kind of crazy.
God, is there anything
I don't
else in
know.
your life besides me and the Avett brothers and I suppose your family? I mean, my God, man.
Yeah, that's how it goes. It goes Avett, Graeme. Wait, Avett, family, Graeme. Yeah.
Hey. It starts with me, baby. It starts with me.
I don't know, man. For me, for my money, I just thought, you know what? It was pretty nice not having cell reception or Wi-Fi or any of those things, and not wearing deodorant and just hanging out on a boat for a couple of
That's
days.
why I love being at camp for a couple of weeks every summer. But my brother, because I'm totally disconnected now. Do I do a little work while I'm there? Yeah, that's the agreement. But
yeah,
I mean, when I'm disconnected, I'm really disconnected.
Back when we were youngins, about Ian's age, when you went to the beach or you went somewhere, there was no. Well, we didn't really have cell phones to begin with.
Didn't
but there
have
was
cell
no.
phones.
You were cut off from everything. You had to go to a payphone to talk to people.
Yeah, you had to go to an exit from the Matrix.
So when you went out to the desert, like Tatooine, you were cut off. All right, let's talk about Tatooine, folks. You want to talk about this?
Let's talk about Tatooine. So, have you seen
Obi-Wan
Kenobi?
We've seen a little bit of it. I think Ian has watched the first episode. I've watched the first 2 episodes, but I think the third one came out. It's a Wednesday show. What I didn't realize, they're going to drop new episodes every Wednesday apparently. So there's a new one in the queue, and word on the street is a tall guy with a breathing problem and a patent leather suit shows up.
Yeah, I mean he does. It's So Ian, did you say you have or have not seen any of it?
A little bit.
I've seen a little, like halfway through the first.
Okay.
Did you give up? Did you?
I don't think it's very good. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice to see Obi-Wan again, but I don't think it's that good.
Yeah. So you're are you 2 episodes in and not impressed? Is that what you're saying? 3.
I'm 3 episodes in.
Okay. So what's the qualm then? In 30 seconds or less, what's the qualm?
The chasing scenes with Leia are ridiculous. It's a little too heavy on the fan service, which I'm cool with. It's also just a little boring. Like they could have cut half of literally so far 3 episodes probably could have been 1. I mean, some of it's visually cool. You know, I like the Inquisitors. I don't know what everybody's problem is with Third Sister. Everybody needs to just take their racist crap and get out.
Yeah.
I really hate that stuff. I mean, she's awesome. I mean, there are parts I like about it, but it's getting better in the 3rd episode. I mean, I slept through some of it, but it is cool. Like it is cool to see Anakin. It is cool to see Vader. Which is not a spoiler. I mean, if you don't know that, then what are you doing? But I don't know. I just think it's just kind of silly. He's like chasing a kid around.
Well, here's my theory. I think your concerns are valid. I just had fun seeing Mr. McGregor back on the screen, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree
I got
with that.
caught up. Look at this. I got caught up in this dreamy guy. I love his, the beard that he's still got.
It always
He's
makes
still
me
got a
think
full
about.
head of hair. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, I know. It makes me think about what my old friend Mike Sullivan, who is a remarkably talented film editor, by the way, what he said about Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, which is arguably one of the worst movies, maybe even ever. And when I asked him about it, because he's a huge Indiana Jones fan, when I asked him about it, he's like, you know what? It was just fun to spend a couple of hours with my old friend Indiana Jones. And like, that had an effect on me. Like when I saw the new Bill and Ted movie, which was arguably not that great, it was just fun to spend a couple of hours with my old friends Bill and Ted. So I'm kind of taking that approach on Kenobi. Like, it's just kind of cool to see Ben.
What if that's all they can hope to accomplish? Right? It's hard to
That's
break
fine.
new ground here. They're also they're kind of filling in the gap in an area where a lot of people, if you watch the prequels and then you jump all the way ahead to the original movies in the timeline, you go from a guy that looks like this to a guy who looks like he can barely get out of bed. So
in like 6 years,
So the desert, the desert is unforgiving, is what we're learning.
But here's I have faith in them to have thought that through.
Right.
So I'm wondering if at the end of this season, series, whatever,
Force lightning,
something happens to him.
Well, you see, spoiler alert, he gets hurt pretty bad in the third episode. I'm not going to say how.
Yes, he does. So I don't know, whatever.
All right, let's go to our next segment. I like to call Grogu. Just kidding.
Geez.
We're going to talk about roller coasters.
I totally was like, really?
You totally fell for it because you're expecting a new segment, every week on Grogu. Okay, we're going to skip the Grogu segment this week, folks, because we have to talk about what my son Ian and I are calling hot roller coaster summer. Yesterday, we went with the familia down to Charlotte, North Carolina, and went to a adventure park called Carowinds. If you're not familiar with Carowinds, they have how many coasters, Ian? Like almost 10, maybe 10 sort of signature.
What do you mean almost?
Right?
Is one of them still under construction?
No. I mean, they have like, I'm just thinking back to Carowinds has been open for almost, I don't know how long, at least 4 decades at this point, because I went as a kid, younger than Ian. And at the time, there was only 1 or 2 roller coasters. Now they have 5 times that. So it's really, really a crazy
any of them wooden?
Adventure. There is.
Oh. Tell me all about it. I want to hear.
So Ian, I invited Ian to the show today because he has become a roller coaster expert. Conquered his fears. Literally, he bought the gold pass so he could go to the park in Charlotte, which is near where he goes to university. And he's going like once a week, and just him and his roommate like going up and down the coasters as many times as they can. So we got to experience it as a family yesterday. So Ian, there's one that stands out in particular. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about? Fury.
Fury 325. It's
yes
there. So it's pretty cool. It's got like the tallest lift hill in the world. So it's not the tallest coaster, but it has the tallest hill that's lifted and not like a launch just straight to the top.
Right.
And it's 325 feet. That's like in the name. You can see like the Charlotte line from up. That's the top. And
it's amazing. It's terrifying is what it is.
And it also crosses the state line between North Carolina and South Carolina twice. So
wait, the roller coaster does?
Yeah. The park is subdivided. Yeah. So when you walk in the park, you actually pick if you go left or right, like down the main avenue when you first come in, there's literally a line with 2 colors, and one side's North Carolina, one side's South Carolina. So we have some goofy family photos where we were picking our side.
Oh God.
But you can imagine. The other cool photo that we got was we watched my wife and I rode it with our 2 sons one time. Then they turned right back around, and because there were very few people in the park yesterday in the sweltering heat on a weekday, they got right back on and rode it a second time. And as they got to the zenith of the big drop, there was no lie, a hawk in the shot and an airplane that when you transposed it, it looked like they were like all together in the same plane. It was amazing.
Wow.
So it's a really cool picture. I wanted to show you this though. This is we thought it'd be funny to do the before and after shot. This is the before and after shot. So at 10 a.m. in the morning, and then we had exhausted ourselves by running from ride to ride for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
And
the heat index that had to give out water. Usually you have to pay $5 to $6.
Right. So we did luck out that way.
I'll be right back, folks. I'll be right back.
Complimentary water.
You guys keep talking about roller coaster.
All right. Cool. Well, so you were saying, Ian, that you felt like does Fury remain your favorite at Carowinds, or what's your opinion on best experience there?
I don't know. I think Intimidator might be more enjoyable sometimes because it's just the airtime on the hills are a little bit crazier.
Yeah.
I think more force on your body.
I'm gonna have to give it to the Intimidator, and we rode that one twice. For me, and I think for your mom, we all agreed. I think even Mason was agreeing that Intimidator was awesome because of you sort of have lots of heels that you feel like you're floating, no matter the size.
Yeah.
And Intimidator is still really tall, right? So do you remember how tall it is?
230 feet.
230 feet. Oh Lord.
The Intimidator? Please, I'm only 6'4".
Yeah. Well, you would like this one, but this one is based, or the theme of it is around NASCAR with the number 3 car, of course, with one of the most famous racers, Dale Earnhart.
Yes,
that's what it's based around. But it's really cool. Lots of cool coasters. So that was a fun day. And we've decided to call it Hot Roller Coaster Summer because we've decided we're going to go visit all the parks that we can sort of drive to around us. So I think that's going to include King's Dominion, which I also think is in Virginia, isn't it?
Yep.
And then Busch Gardens, which is in Williamsburg. So I guess Virginia has all the parks, unless we decide to go to Six Flags, which would be south of us. So Graham, does your family include, or do they enjoy thrill rides, or is that a little bit of a touchy subject?
Well, no, we just ride ATVs, man.
Oh yeah, you get your thrills.
That is our thrill. In fact, we're going to Hopkinton Everett on Sunday, which is this absolutely bonkers purpose-built riding area in New Hampshire, and we are going to rip it up. I'm hoping there's just a ton of mud because we're going to just fly through it. So
the weather should be nice.
Yeah. Well, why don't we move through some topics and
let's do it
and see how we're doing here.
Thank you. Do you want to hang out with us, Ian? What do you think? You want to hang out, or you're going to depart?
I'm going to go get some water and some snack.
All right. Thank you for being on the show, Ian. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Cool.
All right, man. Well, look.
All right, so we talked a little bit about let's get into Top Gun. So, have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Okay, I saw it. I really liked it. I actually found it to be, and I know like every Gen X guy is saying this, but I found it to be a little emotional.
Yeah.
Which is super cheesy and stupid, and I get that, but I liked it. I thought it was really well done. But I have a theory, and I actually don't think I'm alone in this theory. Apparently, other people have found this same theory as well, but I went deep on this theory.
You did.
And if you want to read the theory, you can find it on my Twitter account. I think Maverick's dead. I think everything you see in that is purgatory. Now, either he died in the first movie, or I actually think he died in the hypersonic test that you see, the Dark Star test in the beginning of the film, because nobody bails out at Mach 10, bro. Nobody. I mean, that doesn't happen. So I actually think that he's dead, that ICE is dead, that ICE is telling him to let go. So there's all this evidence and all this sort of like,
there was nobody else in the room. Well, he arrived at ICE's house, and his wife.
No, I'm telling you, they're all, but I'm telling you, they're all dead.
They're all dead.
Well, she's not dead. I'm saying that there's some of these people are constructs of his imagination, or this sort of purgatory. But yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
So if you look, folks, if you're like, what is Graeme talking about? Go
check out the
theory.
read
it. I go into depth here. I go into real. I provide evidence.
You do. I'm scrolling through this, and we've got like step by step, folks.
Yeah,
Step by
I
step.
literally go step by step as to how it is. I'm telling
It's
you,
time to let go. You are right. I mean, the whole time to let go theme, it
That's not Ice's
pervades.
funeral. That's his.
It pervades to the last. I mean, to the last bit of the story, really.
Yeah, it's the whole time. So, and even the names and people's characters and what they do, it all lines up. So I'm telling you,
Wow.
he's
That
dead.
is quite a hot take. I mean,
I
a
know.
lot of people
I'm a
like to
genius.
throw
I'm aware.
around the hot take terminology and jargon these days. That is truly a hot take, I think.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm really smart.
Yeah, you are smart.
It's
You're
serious. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Is Maverick
he's
dead?
dead.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's
I'm
dead.
gonna have to. I got to read through this again because you make some really compelling arguments.
I do. Well, look. I mean, if look, I don't think they actually released the film with that being the intention, but I'm telling you, you can come to that conclusion. There is a huge amount of evidence. Like, that's not Rooster.
That's Goose.
That's
You're right.
Goose.
Well, I will tell you this: the actor playing Rooster in this film is Goose incarnate. I mean, this is a brilliant bit of casting decisions.
Yeah, dude, but like I have sons, you have sons.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
They do not look like me, talk like me, walk like me, sing like me, move like, do all the things, have the same profession. Like, it's the timeline doesn't line up, the ages don't line up. Like, that is Goose. But if he appeared as Goose, it would confuse Maverick. He wouldn't understand how he's being transitioned to the other side, right? So he has to appear as Rooster because Goose would know that the only way to set Maverick free is to give him a mission, and the mission has to be and I'm going down the rabbit hole. Folks, you got to read this theory. I want to know what you think.
All I want to talk about here is how beautiful, and incredible the naval aviator sort of experience that they demonstrate in this film. That I don't think there's been another film on celluloid or digital, whatever the heck they filmed this on. There's never been a fighter plane movie that can touch this. This is the new high bar, and this it easily surpasses Top Gun, which I would argue was the high bar.
I would agree with
of
that.
the previous generation. With,
I mean, I don't know. I can't. I mean, Iron Eagle. It doesn't really.
I mean, Iron Eagle. I have a soft place in my heart for Iron Eagle.
I know, but it doesn't. But like, can you think of another one?
No. There's nothing. But I'm just saying, like the what the Navy put on display, and if you don't follow like the official like Top Gun Maverick Twitter account, you should because they show a lot of behind the scenes. I wanted to show this off because I'm a dork, and when we rode the Afterburn roller coaster yesterday, just to touch. Man,
look at my comment. Get it.
They had an F4. I know they had this F-14 Tomcat, like full size, like plane, just floating in the middle of the park, right beside that coaster, and it just takes you right back to that place.
Go Navy, baby.
All right, man. Let's transition. Let's talk about Stranger Things 4.
Yeah, now I know you haven't seen this yet, and I certainly don't want to give away a lot of spoilers. All I'm going to say, and we'll keep this one short because we'll talk about this after you've seen it. Maybe after we've both finished part 1 of season 4. Part 2 comes out in July, I believe. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, there are parts of this, kind of like Kenobi, that could be a little shorter, but they go full on horror movie.
Well, don't you think that was kind of required? I really like this point. I mean,
I do.
The kids are kind of grown up. Like if you saw the actors on the red carpet for the premiere, and I saw the Millie
Bobby Brown.
Lord, what's her name? Millie Bobby
Brown.
I mean, she's like a supermodel now.
I know they all are. They're all.
I can't even like mentally put together, 11 from her character in.
Well, you can when you see this.
To now, she's
amazing. Very much still 11.
Oh, sure.
You're gonna love it. I mean, it's really great. I'm actually looking forward to watching more of it tonight as soon as I can.
I'm about midway through season 3, and I'm a bit lost. So but I'm enjoying it. So I'll get there.
Season 3 wraps up in a way that you'll feel good. Then if you jump right into season 4, you're gonna really like it. It's good, man. But we'll cover it after you've seen it. But folks, if you're watching and you've watched Stranger Things season 4, let us know what you think. I'd love to know.
I mean, I love it. I just love the nostalgia factor of the whole show.
I know, me too.
My sister does too. We were
me too
chatting about it yesterday. Let's transition. Let's talk about Star Wars Celebration took
Mm.
place this past week. And I don't know about you, but my Twitter feed, my Instagram feed, every feed that I am on was just chock full of people at this thing wearing their costumes, nerding out. And there were some cool things, a couple of cool things that we want to talk about today that we really thought were the standout things. And we'll start with the easier one first and then talk about a new show that's really kind of tangentially related. But they did announce, to not much fanfare, a new season of Visions is going to come out sometime next year, and that's something that you and I, Graham, we said they could make this an ongoing thing. Like this could really be something that keeps going and has a lot of life.
Loved it. In fact, I'm going to watch it again. I only watched it once.
I've been meaning to. Yeah, I think it's something that's got imminent rewatchability, if that's a word. And then I just loved every minute of it. I'm really excited about that part. Now, Willow. I know it's not Star Wars universe, or there's probably a conspiracy theory that it might be or something, but Willow the series is coming out very soon, and the new trailer has got me more excited than ever. How about
It's got me more excited. I mean, it's exactly what I want it to be. There's lots of throwbacks, characters, actors, actresses from the first film. I'm very excited by it. I just think it's going to be great. There was a lot of gold to mine from Willow, right? Like it was a great movie, and it could have been a series or a series of films. But I'm just glad we get to revisit the Willow cinematic universe again,
right?
The WCU. I'm really excited about it. I think that looks like a lot of fun, a really good movie series, and how he still looks so good and looks exactly like he did in the first movie is beyond me. Now,
he's timeless.
It's cool that Source is in it. It's a little bit of a bummer that obviously we can't have Mad Mardigan. But I'm curious to see what they say, how they explain that.
Yeah.
But I am really excited about this series. There's a huge amount of potential. Folks, if you haven't seen that trailer yet, you got to go see it. It just looks fantastic. I mean,
or if you're not a child,
I was like,
maybe you're not a child of the 80s or a super sci-fi nerd and you somehow missed the original film. Go
see the movie.
Go watch that right now on Disney Plus.
Go see that movie.
Honestly, watching that on your new flat screen, whatever it is you watch in your home theater or living room these days, it really stands up. It
does. I just watched it not that long ago. It's fucking fantastic. I couldn't believe it how well it still stands up.
All those films, man, all those 80s films are great. Now, speaking of, there's a new trailer over in the other cinematic universe that we like to call the MCU.
Yeah.
There's yet another trailer to hype us up. Even, I don't know how they could hype us up more for this, but there's a fantastic new trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder. And man, I guess we don't need to tell nerds that these things are out, but I just want to gush about it a little bit with you.
I know. I want to gush about it too, because it just looks like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you look at these films, you can tell they had fun making them. They had fun writing them. They had fun producing them. And so I love that they're like doubling down on Ragnarok, that kind of feel, right?
Yep.
I love that they're still going there, because you want to know what? Like, that's what we want.
Yeah.
And I also love the fact that, like, Natalie Portman just looks jacked as the mighty Thor. I'm excited to see, kind of an older Russell Crowe as Zeus. I mean, it's just like, and they're pulling in bits of like Norse sagas and characters from that, and the goats in the boat and all that shit.
Like that.
It just looks great, man.
There's a Lego really set for the goats in the boat, by the way.
I know there is, baby. I know.
But did you see? I know this is like the fandom argument that won't die, but the Restore the Snyderverse folks this past week took the previous Thor trailer and did a shot-by-shot comparison with like how they say, conspiracy theory alert, that all of the major tones and shots and things of like Thor working out with the chains and all that stuff is completely ripped off from Zack Snyder's film Man of Steel.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that though, because you know what?
I'm okay with that.
There's enough.
They're all ripping off each other, dude.
They're not ripping each other off.
Ripping
but
I
will say that like it does it does make me feel like A, I wanted to go rewatch Man of Steel, and it's great, and I did that the other night. And B,
I saw your tweet and I agreed.
bring it on. I mean, bring it on, right? Like,
It is good. It's a good movie.
let's do it. Restore the Snyderverse and bring me some more Ragnarok. I'm here for both.
I'm here for both.
All right. I wanted to hear, did you get the new
I didn't
console?
yet. I didn't.
No?
So it's not here yet, but I'm really excited about it. And I've got my tech support team, whose names are Kevin and Gavin.
Correct.
Those guys are willing to help me because when you get a Miu Mini, although it comes all set. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Google that. Google Miu Mini. Because you got to get one of these. They're awesome. It's like a little retro gaming unit. It's tiny, but it comes packed with games. It supports all sort of, early platforms up to PS1, all of them. And I've been looking for a way to really get back into my Game Boy games, get back into some of my PS1 games, go through all the NES, Super NES, all that business. And it's just a ton of fun. And I'm really excited because I got a couple of friends who are going to help me install Onion operating system and kind of do a bunch of stuff that makes it from good to really great, right? So I'm kind of excited to kind of tinker with it too, but learn from people who know what they're doing, because otherwise I would just screw it up. So because having these retro handhelds means you have to do some customization. There's a little bit of effort. There's a little bit of work that goes into it. And then you got to download all the emulators and everything like that. So and the game files. And I'm excited about doing that work.
Speaking of tech support.
Or watching Kevin and Gavin while they do it.
I may have to hit you up. I have to hit you up and maybe some of your friends. Because I need a little tech support myself. This is something that arrived in the mail today. This is the only hint I'm going to give.
Right there.
This is the only hint I'm going to give before the big reveal on Monday. But I got a new ThinkPad, which I haven't used a ThinkPad in probably a decade.
Welcome back to the family.
So 25 years.
Clippy is in there waiting for you, buddy.
And I'm excited. I'm not going to show you the asset tag because it'll reveal the company name, but I'm going to have to cover up that sticker with some nerd stuff. I'm excited. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about, folks. The last thing, I'm going to go to widescreen here. So,
widescreen,
and we've got to
hideous air conditioner.
We've got to go back a little bit.
And my disk drive right there.
We got to give people perspective on this next thing, right? We have a new challenge.
Are you really going to make me?
It's a challenge for you and I, though, my friend. We're getting into the Two Dads diet plan.
All right. So let's just be honest. The two of us have recognized in photos when we were together at the event in Boston.
Yes, that's true.
And in photos that Ryan has taken on Ryan's amazing inter-job vacation and just in general life, that pandemic weight, dad bod weight, eating, drinking, everything that we're doing, we're not taking good care of ourselves, and we need to get back into fighting shape. We need to get back into Showtime shape. We need to get back into good shape. And Ryan and I are going to go on the Two Dads diet. We're going to challenge each other. We're going to create a schedule. We're going to project manage this bitch. And we're going to do some good stuff.
I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to try. There's going to be some spreadsheets. There's going to be
pie charts. I mean, admittedly, we've tried to do this before, and we've struggled.
Accountability. They say
we're going to have accountability. We're going to have
what it's all about. And not only are we going to work with each other, we're going to share the results for all of you live on the show.
I'm totally down for that, dude.
Pretty soon I'm going to be cut from wood, as they say in Fight Club.
I mean, my guess is in 2 or 3 weeks,
right?
We're going to be in we're going to be in beach body shape. I don't think it takes much. I think it seems
reasonable.
It's my understanding.
I can believe that. I just noticed that this was like the
Top Gun Maverick.
This was actually the absolute worst T-shirt to wear.
Yeah, that is the worst. See, I wore this one because Godzilla.
Scroll.
Your eye.
I look like a complete fatso, even more so. So yeah.
Oh no, you don't.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you.
We both do, dude. We both do.
I've already lost 5. I've already lost 5 pounds, and I need to lose. a few more than that. And I appreciate the help and the support, and I'm gonna give you the same. So get ready, folks. Two Dads.
All right. So let me tell you what that means, folks. Tips, tricks.
Yeah. Send them our way.
Books if you have should read, diet plans, we'll take
smoothie recipes, whatever it is that you think we should try. Send us.
Yeah, as long as we can continue to eat whatever we want, drink whatever we want, and not exercise
whenever you want. Okay,
we're pretty confident.
I don't know about that. I think there's going to have to be some intermittent fasting or something mixed in there if you're going to go that route. We'll see. Folks. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks.
Yeah,
once again, Ryan Boyles, Graeme Noseworthy.
Hey, Ryan.
Yo.
It's good to see you, and
Yes.
it was good to have your son join us and talk
I
about
know,
roller
right?
coasters. That was fun.
Well, he's much more animated and excited when you're going on and off the coaster. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you what, folks. It's been exciting to be back here on Week's End this week. We'll see you next week for episode 82
Wow.
for more useless nerd knowledge. Tune in.
Tune in, baby.